Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow and I'm here with Catherine Holeko.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Catherine and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics, because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. This week, we continued with the 4th season of Veronica Mars 2019 edition, insert heavy sigh here, and continued with the crafty competition show Making It. So Making It, as I believe they have done in previous seasons, made this episode all about holidays, which I guess is a natural topic for crafting. Okay, don't know that we needed to, and these all seem like things that have been done before in other seasons, but okay. And the costumes were cool. I thought all of them were pretty cool. I thought all of the fireplaces were pretty cool.
Yeah, and I thought the one that won was really striking and pretty, and I this was the Chrismukkah mantle, and it, some of the other ones were like installations like you would never do, you know what I mean? And this one, you felt like, that would look good in my house, or I could see myself doing that, instead of like building the prow of a ship on your mantle or
well,
whatever.
Was it supposed to be just genuinely something that anybody could do, or was it just supposed to be, as it always is, usually is, take this space and do something with it?
Well, I think it was the latter, but I'm just saying I liked the one that won because it felt, a little more accessible, and it felt pretty like something I would want to see in my house.
That's true. Yes. Yeah.
So, although the Halloween one that Melanio did with all the bats was very cool too.
And the other Halloween one, which they called out for being boring, and yet she did not go home.
Right.
That just looked like
a big pumpkin in a fireplace.
Yeah. That was, I guess we're the guy who went home, his shields weren't fancy enough, but he had a lot of interesting stuff, and he picked an interesting, unusual holiday.
Yeah.
And, and so they sent him home, and I'm like, really?
I know.
Is the fix in for certain people? I don't know.
Yeah, and
Was he wearing a kilt all along, or just this week?
I feel like it might have been just this week.
Okay. Because I didn't notice that until they mentioned it, and I'm like, whoa! It's not just the big bushy white beard that makes him unusual here.
Right.
Also enjoys gravy, which who amongst us can deny. So I was sad to see him go home, and I thought that his was, that they sort of picked on something just because they had to have an excuse to pick on it. But then it wasn't really so much. But
because on another week they could have said they liked how those shields that he painted were not, super slick and professional.
Yes. So, I don't know. You can never second guess these things, I guess. I'm glad I don't have to make the decisions.
Right.
But I don't think I would have decided the same.
But once again, we have already provided them with the solution.
Absolutely.
Which is not to send anybody home.
Opportunity to not send anybody home.
Yes.
And the costumes were all very cool, although, as in previous seasons, not something you could actually wear for more than a few minutes.
Well,
in many cases. Not all cases.
Not all.
But, you're going to have a pretty rough time at a party. if you have a gigantic saucer on your shoulders,
box around your entire body. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It was cool. And it was a funny idea that she had.
The spaceship one.
Yes. But they were all interesting what they can do with the various things. Some more creatively than others. But anyway, it's always fun to watch and to see what they come up with, and how complex some of their ideas become when given just like modest. Well, they were given things they had to use, but they obviously used lots and lots of other things.
Right.
It would be fun to say you can only use these things. Did they ever say you can only use these things? Did they ever do that for a challenge?
I don't know, but they should. That's definitely.
I feel like in the first season, maybe you can only use those things. But then the guy who ultimately won made a huge dog So probably that wasn't just what was in the thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that, that was such a, like, it was such a minor part of that challenge that you have to use the stuff in this box. Like, it seemed like they were like, oh, we can't just make the challenge make a Halloween costume. We have to, add something
Make
of a
sure
layer
somewhere
to it.
in your huge and complex costume there was a ping pong ball.
Yeah, like, really? Okay. I mean, the stuff was not difficult to include.
No. And you only had to include one of them. You didn't have to include all of them.
Right.
I think.
And then they were like, oh, and your costume has to be an optical illusion. Like, okay, so we need both of those rules? Like,
yeah.
Not necessarily.
That seemed needlessly complex.
Yeah.
And not real fun. But, okay. Mm-hmm. Again, I say, y'all do what you want. I'll still watch it. But how much fun it would be to just be able to watch them doing stuff and not have all this contest stuff. All this contest stuff.
Yeah.
And how fun it would be to watch Veronica Mars and have her not be a horrible, horrible person. Wouldn't that be fun? I seem to remember there was a time when I did not really think that maybe it would be good for all of us if they just did finally kill her. Rooting for the hitman just a little bit. But let's go over for a moment, shall we? The list of many things that Veronica Mars in her current iteration does not deserve. I'll start at the end of the list. Doesn't deserve Nicole as a friend. Doesn't deserve Wallace. Sweet Wallace, come, have one stupid scene about going to a movie and then go to the murder heads thing and then we'll never see you again.
Yeah.
Leo, who, honestly, she was flirting pretty hard with him at the bar. And so, not so much out of line there. Although, thank God that was a dream sequence, or else, really, I would have had to take the machete. And doesn't deserve...
Logan.
Doesn't deserve Logan, absolutely, who she's been terrible to all season. And he comes back and she says, okay, now I want to be married. And he's like, oh, great. So normally Logan would be number one because he's put up with a bunch of abuse. But you and I know who is number one in the list in this episode. Weevil! Oh my goodness, does she not deserve Weevil? She has been not just unpleasant, not just mean, but actively hateful to him.
Yes.
This entire season. And he still saves her ass. Or possibly her
again
head.
And again.
But definitely, her life. Girl, you do not deserve him. And a soulful look from the door is not sufficient. You need to go and apologize to that boy repeatedly.
Yeah. You need to grovel, not just apologize.
He put himself out to save you, even though we would have absolutely understood if you had said, good, I know where she's at. go get her. Oh my goodness.
Well, and,
Sweet Weevil.
He knows that those two work for a big time cartel guy. Like, he knows that was very risky, It was. I mean, he shouldn't be going against them. Not just because one of them's his sister's boyfriend.
Yes. So he puts himself at risk for somebody who has been, just not even just awful to him. Just,
Yep.
Weevil is a good man. I don't care what he does for a living. He's a good guy. And if Francis Capra didn't say, let's do this funny, funny, funny Weight Watchers joke, but some writer gave that to him, you can cut the head off that writer too. Dodie, over here. Over here. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, you're too good for us, Weevil. You're too good.
Yeah.
This episode was, well, it did have its satisfactions.
It did, like Nicole telling Veronica off.
Absolutely.
Which, as you mentioned, she very much deserved.
Absolutely. I don't care if Nicole turns out to be the bomber. Number one, you don't bug your friend. And if you do bug your friend, you don't tell them you did it and expect them to forgive you.
Right.
Take it, put it in your pocket, and move on. Oh my goodness. Also, things you don't do. Let's add to our list of things good detectives don't do. You don't leave Maddie alone in your office. Are you nuts?
Yeah.
What the heck? You were her, Veronica. You were her, and people were leaving you in their office, and you know what you did. Mm-hmm. What the heck?
Just ask Principal Clemens.
Yes! You know this. Oh, what is the matter with you?
Yeah.
Golly. There was the satisfaction of seeing Clyde and Keith have an honest conversation and then have Clyde go and deliver almost literally Big Dick's head on a platter to the two Mexican assassins. That was delightful. Yes. What a smart, organized dude he is. Mm-hmm. Really, I hope he does well with his car dealership and does not wind up getting killed. He was delightful. I hope he doesn't go back now and kill Keith, or try. But that was perfect. That was just, I was thinking he needed to take Big Dick out duck hunting and have a tragic hunting rifle accident. But no, this was so much better. Yeah. This was wonderful.
No, he doesn't have to get his hands dirty at all.
Nope. That was delightful. And to know that he recorded Big Dick confessing, because of course he did.
Of course.
And I would say...
Because he has half a brain.
I would say how stupid is Big Dick to let that happen, but we know exactly how stupid Big Dick is, and that is very, very stupid.
Very, very.
Anyway, so do you think that Pizza Man is actually the bomber?
I don't know.
Or is it too soon?
There's one more episode, so...
Yeah.
It's time.
Well, we know one more bomb goes off, sadly, because we are on the internet, but we'll discuss that next week. But... Anyway, and I just think all of Neptune should fall into the sea.
Like the bus, like the proverbial school bus.
Absolutely. Get everybody we like out of town, and then just...
Which does not, at this point, include Veronica.
No, yes. Veronica's...
she can say.
I hate it. I hate that I hate her, but I do. She's just kind of awful.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I will just feel bad. I would feel bad for Keith because he would lose his daughter. But
yes, that's why that, you wouldn't want her to have died in that shootout because then he would feel guilty. But
yes,
although he would probably also have died in that shootout, so I guess not so much. But yes, I feel very bad for him. But there is also a degree to which she's his daughter.
Yes.
Possibly choices were made earlier in her life that have set her upon this path. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, of course, she hasn't been forthcoming to him about many, 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 many things, but the man is a detective.
Yes.
But I feel very bad for him anyway because of his slipping faculties and the fact that his daughter is kind of awful. I mean, I think if I were Logan after that unfortunate, what was it, a Zoom or a FaceTime or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Be like, maybe I don't have to go back to Neptune.
Right. Got some more work for me in,
really?
Beirut or Baghdad or...
I hear it's lovely this time of year.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, one more episode.
One more.
Can we hold on? I don't know.
Oh, we can. One more. We can do it.
Yes. It would be nice to wish for a happy ending, but... Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have anything else you want to say about Veronica Mars?
I don't think so. It's just wrap her up.
Possibly the less said, the better. Well, next week... we will discuss Veronica Mars Season 4, Episode 8, the last one, possibly ever, but at least for this misbegotten season. And it's called Years, Continents, Bloodshed. Yes, indeed. Ending things on a high note.
Yeah.
We will also continue with the much more cheerful Making It Season 3, Episode 5. They send people home, but they do not shoot them on the way.
That's right.
And that's going to be it for our Round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. We have something new for you every weekday. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Goodbye, Catherine.
Bye, Terry.
Bye, everybody.